Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Do We Know Them, episode 287. Either you get this costume or you don't. I can't help you. Otherwise.
Who wants to guess?
I mean, my goodness, what are we doing?
I don't know, but I regret everything.
First of all, this is absolutely going to rekindle our beef, and this is going to be a whole thing, and I don't have the energy.
It's funny, I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, oh, she's gonna see this, isn't she?
Oh, 100%.
Maybe she'll think it's funny, though. I think it's funny, right?
Okay, if you guys don't know why we're here and why we're dressed like this. So, yeah, a police officer, boring. What a boring outfit. But Lily, if you can't tell, she's dressed as a rug.
Not any rug.
No, she's a buried rug under the ground.
Yes,
is that
correct.
safe to say?
Yes. I'm just the rug. I'm not a body in the rug, although that is literally what I am, but I'm just the rug.
Oh, right. So basically, a while back, we covered this story of this woman who found this rug buried under her yard, and she made it this big thing, and she claimed that it was haunted, or like, not that the rug was haunted, but that she was haunted, and that's why the rug was there. And then she also threw out the idea that her elderly neighbor, who's dead, was haunting her. Loved that. We found several tasteless parts of her story that we called out, and we were like, this is a little bit yucky. I don't like this.
Overall, our biggest qualm with the story was just that she seemed like a little too excited at the prospect of
horny
there being
at the haunting
a dead body in the rug. And we were like, yeah, but like, what if there is? Like, then because it was like she was finding out in real time. And basically, long story short, she told the police, and then they sent like
cadaver dog.
Yeah, thank you. A cadaver sniffing dog or a blood dog. So then they came and they sniffed, and they actually did sit where the rug was buried. So then they sent a whole team of people, and they excavated her backyard and pulled up the rug, and then found nothing.
It was very weird. She live streamed throughout this entire process. And weirdly enough, I don't know how this happened because we haven't even really been texting about this. Like, I'm very confused. She came up on my For You page today live.
It's our powers.
And you know what she was talking about?
The rug?
Her past as a Jonas Brothers interviewer.
Oh. Well, we knew that.
Yeah,
I thought
she's
you were
still
going
on
to
it.
the rug.
No, not the rug.
Yeah, what does she do now?
That, I think. She just talks on live. I'm not sure.
So we didn't get to the best part of the story. So after it was found, there was nothing. Then she had some time to, not just talk about the rug all the time. And she saw our content about her talking about the rug, and she didn't like it. And then she made a video where she didn't name us, but like people figured out very quickly who she was talking about. She said that we made her cry, that we bullied her.
She liked a comment where somebody called us "See you next Tuesdays." I just found it interesting that you say things like, you can give a difference of opinion while still being kind and respectful. I disagree with people all the time. Doesn't mean you have to be vicious. Katie, is that why you liked comments calling us? Is that why you liked that? She also liked comments where, what is it, Mariska Hargitay? What is her name?
It was Sophia Bush.
Oh, same person in my mind.
Not even close.
It was them calling us, Sophia Bush calling us a terrorist.
Yeah.
Or terrorists, I suppose. Yeah, it was a weird time.
Basing it entirely off just her description of the situation. She hadn't seen the podcast. Because if you went and watched the podcast, we weren't even being that harsh. We were just like,
no.
Hey,
we've been way harsher for other reasons.
Yeah. But then she said that we lied to everyone. I had made a joke that the dogs marked the area because she had pricked her finger and dripped the blood in the hole. I was clearly joking. What if?
Oh, God.
She like pricked her finger.
I was supposed to say pricked her finger like Little Shop of Horrors and just like squeezed it everywhere. That would be a level of cloud goblinery that CCR would quake at. Like, that is seriously just another world. I would be so shocked.
Like, I'm not accusing her of doing that.
But we're just exploring, just like she explored several theories.
Options. She's a big theory girl.
Yeah,
so.
we're just looking into it.
She didn't seem to get that, so she said that I was spreading lies about her. Oh, and that was all after she said that she only spreads positivity on her platform.
Yeah, it was a very strange time. I think that she did actually message us. Yeah, she DM'd us.
Yeah, we did make contact at one point.
Yeah, it was a long thing. We have videos on it of our beef. We have the previous video, but then we have the video after covering the whole drama. And then everything just kind of faded away. But then when we were asking people for ideas of what we should be, even though this was last year's drama, this was literally 2024.
It was during
a
Halloween,
lot of suggestions for a rug. Yeah, exactly.
Which was the funniest part because then we were addressing all of it while you were dressed as
Oompa Loompa, I think was it.
in
Was
one,
it?
but then the next one you were the Tangled.
Oh, Mother Gothel.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
And
it
I
was
was
a weird
a
time to
ghost.
have beef because getting clipped is not great when you're dressed up for Halloween. But that's why we are the police officer and the rug. There was no dead body in the rug. She was being overdramatic for TikTok views, allegedly. And here we are. We're just having a little ha-ha kiki moment. It's just silly.
I
We're
just love
being
that everything
goofy.
related to that saga is us in costume. Because we're saying now it's great
Right.
because if she
That's
wants
true.
to say like who was talking shit about her, she has to show them the Oompa Loompa and the unknown. And then if she
Yeah.
wants to show us addressing everything, which probably didn't want to show that one because we really kind of read her to filth that entire episode. I was a ghost and you were Mother Gotham. So it was a treat.
This is all so unserious, and we're not doing it to like bring up any more beef.
No, we
we
just
just
think it's
thought it
funny.
would be a funny costume.
No hard
It's
feelings.
old news by now. No
Yeah.
hard feelings.
Wish her the best.
And we could just get on with our episode. So
Yeah.
shall we?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, so we have two topics today. There is another cheating scandal. I feel like we went from not really ever covering cheating, and now I don't know if it's because we covered it that it's on my For You page, but
our
boy,
powers.
is it ever. So we have that, and then we have a very unfortunate daddy-daughter update, daddy-daughter dream team, which is
Very
one of the
disturbing.
worst things I've ever brought to this channel.
Yeah, I
arguably.
agree. And that's
Yeah,
even with
Patrick's
Astrovino.
wooden tooth haunts me in my dreams.
I saw a clip someone posted where it was, they said it was a bug crawling in his mouth.
Is it?
I couldn't confirm how legit it was, but it did seem like I don't think it came like out of his mouth. I think it went into
I'm
his
dying.
mouth.
I
But
can't.
yes, there was
Oh
something
my
moving
God.
in there
Oh
on
my
his like one
God.
little tooth.
Don't put that on the screen. No, thank you. We'll just move on from that. Okay. But we do have two things. Which one do you want to cover first?
Should we get him out of the way?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
I didn't want to because I just want to prolong it, but maybe we should.
We've been getting tagged in it for weeks because I feel like there's been like kind of minor updates. And we actually did do like a quick little update on our Patreon, didn't we?
We did. Yeah. I think that's where we covered the literotica thing. We talked about how basically, if you don't know, Patrick and Sarah are the daddy-daughter dream team, but they show their entire family. There's Teresa, who's the mom, and then there's the son, who's a minor, so he will remain unnamed. And basically,
They're kind of
it
in
really is,
sometimes.
though, about Patrick and Sarah.
I'll link our episode on them below that we did, but it's basically them having like a very close relationship to the point that
It's
it
definitely
is very creepy.
incestual. I think it's been alleged up till now. Like, is this an incestual relationship? Because it's like such a. I mean, incest it's just so next level to speak about. Even like we've never talked about anything like that on this channel, and so it is very, very disturbing to even think about. But this is pretty much what it is.
Yeah, well, it was hard because it's like even now it is still like alleged. No one has confirmed that there was actually stuff. I know. I think we have our theories.
It's hard to say that, but
But-
yeah, he also cannot sue us. Like he cannot afford it, so I think we're okay.
Before it was kind of like this awkward, like you knew something was, now we have more reasons to believe there was something going on. But originally it was like the content they do together is like these like dances where they're getting like weirdly close. And like, if you didn't know that
You
they
don't
were,
look in your dad's eyes like that.
yeah.
ever.
It's like, if
There's
you didn't
no
know they
need
were
to.
daddy-daughter, you would think they were a couple. Like it was super weird.
100%.
So it was like best case scenario, he has fostered this just like really weird relationship with his daughter, who's now like 21, isn't she?
Yeah, I believe so.
I feel like people were really coming for them and they started to like, okay, we're not gonna do this anymore. But then they'd always say that they were gonna like stop, and then it just like kept going. Or people would find
Yeah.
more stuff that was even creepier.
Yeah, so they're also not like the smartest, especially Patrick is not the smartest guy. So he has done some nefarious things online that it is now coming to light because people are able to do things like link his email address that they know is his email address. They'll like type it into websites like Literotica, which has like fantasy fiction, and the stories that are linked to this email address and this account is basically like very incest horrible.
It's
stuff.
like daddy,
We have an
daughter
excerpt.
stuff.
I'm not reading it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I'm not- I
it's
can't
so
read it.
disturbing. And people said that apparently for Literotica, you have to, like 100%, you have to verify your email address to be able to log in.
Yeah.
So it has to be him. He still denies it though.
Yeah. And although there's like evidence that he's posted online that pretty much for me solidified things, like when he proposed to his daughter, Sarah, by making her like swear her purity for life, which is really sinister if you think about the fact that their relationship has probably crossed those boundaries. The fact that he would then propose to her, make it look like a marriage, but was just like thanking her for her purity. Very, very weird, twisted shit. But they have always vehemently denied that they have anything going on. They say, nope. You guys have it all wrong. We're just very close, even though he's not even that close to his wife. Literally, when Teresa gets on camera, he's like, get away from me.
Yeah, he looks
actually
like
will say that. But despite that, they always denied it. And it isn't until now that Patrick has actually admitted to doing anything that he's been accused of. And I do think that what he has admitted to is very sinister and pretty much solidifies to me, in my opinion, that everything we've ever thought about him, even though we knew it was true, is probably true.
Well, and not to mention, so the thing he has finally admitted to, and I don't remember why.
I honestly think it was the literotica stuff kind of like closing in on him. He says that like it was because of that he didn't address it. But like, I think he's just gotten backed into a corner that if he wants any sort of, but then he doesn't have any presence online. The only presence he has online is people being like, why the fuck are you doing that with your daughter?
Yeah, why are you here?
So
yeah, so I guess maybe it was like, when you do something bad, you're like, oh, if I admit to something that's like slightly less bad, then they'll
leave me alone.
lay me off or lay off me for the other thing. Except it has not made people lay off. It's made them look even harder because now it's like, obviously that was you too. But so the thing he has admitted to is, in addition to the Literotica account, which that he does still deny. Basically, he had a different AI account that was, what's the name? Ariola, which is creepy already. Ariala Brigman something.
Ariella Brigman. Yeah.
And it's this AI corn account, if you will. I hate when people say that, but I think we have to. Obviously, it's AI, so it's not a real person. But it says, they're from Rhode Island, and it says, hi, I'm Ariella. I like to think of myself as a virtual girl exploring my world. Would you like to explore me too? I will open myself up for you if you want to subscribe. See all my unique qualities. Interact with me. I like to have fun. So slide right in and subscribe.
A lot of sexual
Didn't we also
innuendos.
look up, isn't Rhode Island one of the places where incest is legal?
Correct.
Right.
That is correct.
So on this AI account, I guess there was also like, was there incest stuff?
Okay, so basically the origin of this AI account was not necessarily sexual. It started off as an Instagram AI girl who was like very just like, cutesy modeling type of thing. And then it progressed into, I think it is incest, or definitely
It's straight up porn, but
porn, definitely porn. And the way that people originally linked Patrick to this was, I believe that they were liking from their actual accounts. They were liking her posts on Instagram.
That, and then on top of that, the daughter, Sarah,
Sarah had
posted a video using a song by this AI girl. Which, like,
nobody used
guess what
that.
other people, like, what other accounts had used this sound? No one, because no one knew what it was, because it's stupid. Yeah, so she posted a TikTok where she used the Ariana Brigman sound, and people were like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
It wasn't something you just, like, stumble upon. Be like, oh, I love this song. It was, like, super specific and weird. And yet they still denied it, she and Patrick.
Yeah, they also, this is something we covered on the Patreon. They did also write a book together that has some concerning weird sexual innuendos as well. And they did write it together.
Yeah.
Very creepy. In my opinion, they refer to a dragon, and I think it's a penis, literally. I think so.
We'll put in the clip of us talking about it last time because I don't want to read it again.
Feeling was like nothing she had ever experienced in her 17 years. It was as if Aurelia was a part of her now, like she was inside her body. She could feel Aurelia's emotions. She loved her even more now. Aurelia was now a part of her. They were fully connected. There was no distinction. Aurelia was Jalen and Jalen was Aurelia. This feels amazing, she said out loud, not meaning to. I feel connected with you now on a deeper level than I have ever been connected with anyone. That is the eternal bond we now share, dear Jalen, said Aurelia, almost purring with delight.
It's just very sad to know that, like, even though, like, Sarah is an adult now, whatever nefarious shit has been going on, and I just can't believe that nothing would have happened, and this is their behavior. Like, I just cannot get on board with that. It is sad to think about the fact that, like, yes, I understand she's of age now, but she is a victim. Like, she literally has likely been groomed her entire life.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is very sinister, as much as I really do not like, Don't get it twisted. I don't like seeing Patrick, believe me. But I do kind of like laugh at him because he's just, the things he says, it's just so fucking absurd. But then to remember the backstory of all this and how it really is so fucked up, it makes it one of my least favorite topics to cover ever.
Before we go any further, we have a word from our sponsor, Micro Perfumes.
Do you want to know what's really criminal? dropping $150 on a perfume that everybody raves about, but once you try it, you realize, actually, I don't like this.
You know, as someone that's been buried in someone's backyard for a while, I could use some fresh perfume.
Well, you're in luck because Micro Perfumes is one of my favorite websites to get perfume on. It's the only website, actually, fun fact, that I tried way back when because I really wanted to try the perfume Bianco Latte, and it's like a very niche luxury fragrance. It's very expensive, but everybody raves about it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. So I went searching for a travel size of Bianco Latte, and Micro Perfumes was one of the only websites that offered it.
My signature scent, you could say, is a perfume by Le Labo. They're very, very expensive, and for quite a while, I could not wear my signature scent because I could not afford it, and this really would have come in handy.
So here's how it works. Micro Perfume lets you sample luxury fragrances in pocket-sized vials, so you'll get the high-end experience, but on your terms, and it's perfect for travel. I have been a carry-on girl lately. I used to be a checked-in bag only girl, but I've changed my ways. I only pack my Micro Perfume vials to travel now. And something to know about Micro Perfumes, it's not a subscription service. So literally, you're just buying perfumes travel size as you want it. It's real designer brands. They're not dupes. They have over 500 fragrances to choose from, and it's free shipping for all of them. So pretty amazing deal.
And that's great because since it isn't subscription, if you just needed one for traveling, because mine comes in a bottle that it's not like I can empty it out of. So that's very convenient.
So why commit to a blind buy of a $200 perfume when you could find your signature scent today and get up to 60% off at microperfumes.com/DWKT.
That's microperfumes.com/DWKT and you get 60% off.
Micro Perfumes, real scents, no regrets. And thank you so much to Micro Perfumes for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast.
Even with him in the AI account, it's not like it was just him. Like the creepiest part is that like she was interacting with it too. So it's like they were potentially doing it together. He claims that it was just him, but like again, she used the song. So like it's very disturbing. And do you have that video that I sent you where it's the girl reading? It was a really disturbing and eye-opening thing to be like, okay, well the Literotica account is definitely them then, because the Literotica account is the one that has like incest stuff written.
So we all know that Patrick from the Dad Daughter Dream Team admitted to creating the Miss Ariella AI corn account, right? But I think that people think that this AI corn account is just like a simple AI corn account. I want you to listen to what he wrote on this bio of this Ariella account. It says, "Hello, my name is Ariella. I have been waiting to tell my story for a long time, but this isn't something I can really talk about with a lot of people. Even living in Rhode Island where incest is legal. It is still frowned upon and considered wrong. I really don't understand why. What difference does it make if family members want to be sexually involved?
I'm gonna throw up.
Hell, nowadays, it's acceptable to engage in sexual activity with multiple partners.
Different.
With multiple people that you barely know, but not people you are closest to and have a bond of trust with."
Doesn't it feel like Sarah wrote that?
I don't know which one of them wrote that.
It would have been like, I think he would have like put that narrative in her head, obviously, but.
Right, 100%, of course. Wow, that makes what we're about to watch even more disturbing because although there are like multiple updates, so basically there's a little bit of a backstory. Oh, wait, I do know what pushed him to address it. Not me forgetting. It's like a side plot. Very, very confusing. But basically they have this obsession with this influencer, Jenna Frank, and she is the daughter of one of the Power Rangers. And they are obsessed with her. Patrick has on multiple occasions called Jenna like Sarah's best friend. They have met her. Okay, on multiple occasions. They'll post things like this. Our birthday is tomorrow. I win life because I share a birthday with my best friend. And then it's like her at a meet and greet meeting Jenna.
Does Jenna know who they are, really?
I think Jenna does know now. But yeah, she's the daughter of the Green Power Ranger. And it says here on screen, Sarah and Patrick would go to her meet and greets. They became obsessed with her to the point she had to change her number. Which is like, how did they find her? No, I'm confused. Because Sarah thought she was her best friend because Patrick would keep her from having any other friends except for Jenna because he was obsessed with her. He would be all under her Instagram post telling her he loved her and how beautiful she was. She ended up blocking them because they were weird. I mean, totally.
Oh my God. Well, so do you remember the first time we covered them? I was like, Do we think that she has any friend? Like, was she homeschooled? Like, what's her social
yeah.
life like?
So we actually did cover this a little bit. I don't know if we knew specifics about Jenna, but do you
Oh, we
remember
didn't-
this picture?
Yeah, we didn't know that it was like not really a best friend. It was like,
Yes,
supposedly,
so Jenna's
that was what they
not
referred to her
Sarah's
as.
best friend.
Okay.
Yeah, Jenna is like a person who has a following and is absolutely not Sarah's best friend. She has gone to multiple meetups to meet Jenna. But anyway, the whole reason why I'm explaining any of this is because supposedly this is the allegation is that Ariella, the AI person that Patrick created, was based off of Jenna.
Yeah.
Like, look at this picture, this side by side.
Very
The
similar.
teeth are very, very similar. And he actually, I have videos of him addressing this and saying, like, they look nothing alike. I'm like, I don't know.
And the fact that now he does think that this is somehow going to get people off his back, and it's like, now you had already been lying about this for so long, so now you're just showing everyone how easy it was for you to lie about it.
Right. No, 100%. And our researcher did put an excerpt from the Literotica and the connections. And all I can say is I 100% believe that these Literotica incest accounts are absolutely linked to Patrick. I just cannot stomach it and I don't want to put anyone through it.
Yeah.
So we're going to skip that part. However, he has uploaded so many videos since coming back because they always say that they're going to leave and then they come back. Like, that's their
Yeah, well,
biggest
that's
thing.
what I was saying earlier. Like, they always act like, oh no, we're going to stop doing videos where we're like touching or dancing or anything. And it was like, that's so weird that you even have to say that to begin with. Like, we're
Yeah.
going to do videos without us touching. Why are you touching so much to begin with?
Right. Now, this is a video where he does talk about how basically people reached out to Jenna Frank, you know, to like talk about the AI account and say that it was created by Patrick and modeled after her. So people were like bringing that to her attention. And this is him saying, I guess, that he's again going to leave social media. Again, they do this all the fucking time.
Hi guys. So I know everybody's been wondering where we're at, and I'm sorry. We've gotten a lot of messages. People are concerned what's going on. We're fine.
Here we are.
Unfortunately, our trolls are the worst in the world. Like,
Yeah.
they are all over us, even in real life. Okay,
Yep.
we've had to deal with a lot of in real life.
Do they have any actual fans?
No, of course not.
Like our trolls, it's like, so everyone that watches you?
Literally, I think that's what they think of. But you're not the most, like, you are only hated online. That's literally their entire existence online. It's just
Yeah, that's, I'm
being
like,
hated.
you don't have anything else like that. Why are you online then?
I don't know when we'll be back. I don't know if we'll be back.
Here we go.
because honestly,
Honestly, there's more trolls than there are supporters, and there's just not enough supporters to drown out the meanness of the trolls.
and it's not. I mean, if it was just online, it would be one thing. But with them coming out our real life friends,
Or real life
Jenna
friends?
is not your real life friend.
Wow.
She's not your real life friend. They have zero friends. They are always in the motel and hotel rooms together as a family, them four, and that's it. That's all they got.
That was another little side plot, is that supposedly Sarah moved out finally, but people
Yeah.
then were like comparing like different stuff in the room, and it very much seemed like she had not moved out. She was in the exact same room, and they had just rearranged the furniture to make it look like she was in a room by herself.
I mean, we know we have people that love us, but there's too many trolls.
We
So
started this account to have fun, and it's just become the laughing stock of TikTok, and we don't want that.
it's become worse. It's become not fun anymore. It's become
Yeah.
chore. And as far as the trolls go, they can keep doing whatever they're doing. It's whatever. We'll always beat them.
Someone from Reddit created that AI account and tried to make people believe it was us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is kind of a compilation. I guess that was one of the theories that Sarah had put out there, is that somebody from Reddit created this AI account to like pin it on them, you know?
Okay.
And surprise, it was your daddy. Okay. It was literally daddy from Daddy Daughter Dream Team, Patrick, who did it. And he admits it. And we're going to watch it in a second.
And you
That's why we're
interacted
here.
with it. Like,
Literally. She had to have known. I'm
She
sorry.
obviously
and I know
knew.
she must have some really, really unfortunate coping mechanisms to have coped with what has happened in her life. And I don't think that that is right. And I don't think that she is to blame.
No.
Despite her being an adult. I know people are saying like, she's an adult now. When you are groomed,
but she
the way
wasn't when it
stunts you-
started. Yeah.
Yeah. This just has to have affected her so, so, so greatly. So I don't really blame her.
No, it's just frustrating to watch her like lie for him.
And passionately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't stand to be wrong, so they gotta create more drama. Here's an idea you might want to try. Mind your own fucking business.
No, thank you.
Good one.
Anyway, there's a bunch of proof of their obsession with Jenna, how all of this is linked, but this is pretty much confirmed. The way that we're saying this happened is strongly how I believe that we got here today. And then I don't know how Patrick finally got the balls to do it, but he literally came onto TikTok and he admitted to making the AI account, which is honestly surprising. Not
again,
a lot that they do surprises me.
He
but-
admits that, but then denies everything else still.
Oh, wait. Before that, let's watch one more little bit because they go on lives with other creators too. And this is them on a live and they're both denying being connected to this account.
I get why people think it's us. I do. because nobody really knows us except what we post online, except what they see online.
Which is creepy as fuck.
To say you get why people think it's you is so insane, which is why it's obvious that it was them.
Well, it's
before
like
he even
there
admitted
should
it, but
be
it's like
no reason to think that.
none.
That's like when they would apologize for stuff that they were doing that was creepy in their like dance videos. They'd be like, we understand how it could look weird. And it's like, it's because it is
If
weird.
people thought that about me and my father,
Right?
I would vomit on sight. Like, that is the most offensive thing you could tell me, that I'm literally in a relationship with my dad. That would literally send me into a spiral.
I could not even, I mean, an AI account, fine.
But that kind of AI account, never.
No, I
I
could
could
not.
never do that.
Even if it's AI, even if it's fake, I could never portray a woman that way.
Okay, that caveat, even if it's fake, yeah, no shit. Like, what do you mean?
This is insane. But honestly, part of me watching them feels like Sarah's being truthful and he's the one bullshitting, like the energy wise.
But the fact that she's interacted with it, why would,
I know, that's true.
unless he like lied to her and said it was like one of their friends or something. But like,
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I'm a woman. It feels wrong to have my gender portrayed in that way, because that's what so many women go through, is they feel sexualized, and that's how I would feel. I could never do that.
are they just referring to the fact that it's like porn?
Yeah, I think so. I think now they're gonna like
that's the
grandstand.
exploitative part?
Yeah, it's a purity culture bullshit when the likeliness that you've been sexual with your daughter
Yeah.
is even there. I don't want to hear about your purity crap.
They're overlooking the incest arc of it all.
A little bit. I think so. I think that's fair to say.
I just don't want to say, yes, I did it.
I just feel like it is, you know? I just wish if it is, you will just come out and say, listen, it was for money. Who cares, you know? Like, that doesn't tie, like, whatever. The Veronica stuff, whatever. Push that to the side. The Ariella. Can you just give it to us? Come on, man.
Not her wanting the
People are
inside
going to
scoop.
respect you. You're going to have people come out and be like, you know what? Thank you. You're going to gain respect, because right now, people are watching this going, liar.
And literally, she gets out of frame. She ducks out of frame. And he is just... If somebody's telling you to admit something that you didn't do, wouldn't you be like, I'm not admitting to something I didn't do, lady?
And the fact that she tries to say that, like, people will respect you if you say that it was... No, they won't.
No,
But
100%.
that, clearly, it's like, that's what gets
She was
him.
playing the, like, detective strategy.
It
you know
worked.
what I mean?
Because there was nothing illegal on that.
True.
Is it just the fear of, like, shit, man, like, it was me, guys, like, I was probably not the best thing to do, doing that, you know, like, I mean, I feel like it is. But if it is you, like I said, there's nothing illegal on it, so why not just tell the truth? It's going to help you. I promise you,
I'm
if
so
you were
done.
just honest about
She said, let me lie for a second.
Right? I promise it's going to help you. No, it would not help him.
She's kind of slay for that. She ate that one up. She lied straight to his damn face, and I love it.
people will respect you,
Nope.
and people will back off of you.
Oh!
I'm
People are
backing
not going
on
to
to
let
him.
this go.
No.
And I'm here with you with 4.5 thousand people, and there's 14,000 people on Reddit who are coming at you hard. They're coming for the jugular with you. I just think if you're just honest about this, people will finally
This is like
be
a police
like, oh my
interrogation.
God, thank God.
Truly.
Like, here we are, the truth. Like, people will start to trust you. You want that, right?
Look at him. Look at him.
He's like, oh.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Honestly, you know what? Fuck it. Honestly, yeah, I created the Ariella account.
Oh my
Shut
God.
the
She
fuck
broke
up.
him. She cracked him like a nut.
She should be a
literally
police officer.
needs to
She
be a
was so
detective.
good.
Oh my God. This has completely blown my mind a little bit. So she's the one who cracked it, essentially.
Kudos to her. Wow.
I mean, literally.
honestly, it doesn't seem like it took a whole lot. He was already like about
No,
to crack.
I agree. Yeah, he was like waiting to. I just cannot believe, like, Sarah's there. She starts like hiding off camera. So I guess she does know.
That's the other thing. It's like he tells while Sarah's on camera. If Sarah didn't know, he wouldn't have done that.
That's 100% true. Yeah. But then he had no choice. So I guess that's what happened, is that he just had no choice but to come on and like finally
He
formally
finishes
just say,
the
"Yeah, it
live
was
and he's
me."
like, shit.
She
people
got me.
recorded that,
She was
didn't they?
good.
Hello, everybody. So, for those of you who did not see the live interview with Hannah, I finally came out and admitted to creating the Ariella AI account. Now, as far as the Literotica account, I did not create that.
Yeah, okay, buddy. As if I'm going to believe a single fucking
Right?
word you say at this point.
After
Are you
you've spent
joking?
how long lying about the other one? Also,
Yeah.
if we watch that part, someone pointed out, like, look at his rapid eye movement and stuff when he says that versus when he's talking the entire rest of it.
Oh no, not the body language interpretation, but I think we might be right about this one.
To creating the Ariella AI account. Now, as far as the Literotica account, I did not create that. I wouldn't. I could. I did create the AI account.
Yeah, looking all over the place, zigzag, up, down,
And then you will keep watching, and he's like very just straightforward.
It didn't start off as a corn account. It was just supposed to be an AI model, hopefully doing
See,
sponsorships
no looking
at
off to
some
the
point.
side anymore.
That is fucking insane. It was supposed to be an AI model, hopefully doing sponsorships at some point. Are you fucking kidding me? People barely get sponsorships as it is. Like, what do you mean? Like, you literally think you're gonna be a fake person?
Yes, you already said he's stupid.
Oh yeah, no, obviously. But like, that is an insane excuse because I don't think he actually believed that. Oh, you know what? He might have actually.
I was like,
He might have.
no,
He
no,
might
no.
have.
Same with their book and stuff too. Like, I feel like they had big
Yeah,
dreams.
he might have believed that.
It got away from me, and I
did it?
started doing things that I really didn't want to do on FanView.
So he talks about fan view, okay? And that's where the description that Lily read is from. Basically, it's described as fan view is a subscription-based content sharing platform where creators can sell exclusive content such as photos, videos, and live streams to subscribers for a monthly fee. The platform provides a user-friendly interface and supports various monetization methods, including subscriptions, tips, and pay-per-view content, offering a 7-day payout policy and lower initial fees. And then basically he created one of these accounts, and it's essentially like an OnlyFans. And that's why Ariella's picture is blurred out here, because she's butt naked. Like, this is a porn account.
Yes,
like literal
correct.
porn. And that she wants people to slide in. And meanwhile, it's Patrick probably diddling his little fucking hot dog to this shit that people are talking to. It's just disgusting. It literally throws me in for a fucking loop. I cannot deal with this.
When we had covered it originally and touched on the AI account, it was like on Christmas he was like posting and stuff too. Like, it was such weird, and they're all like very sexual. They're not necessarily like butt naked, but
so
they're all
bad.
definitely the same vibe.
It was a mistake. I've already asked my family's forgiveness
Yeah?
a long time ago.
A long time ago.
A long time
And then you
ago.
asked her
Shut
to
the
lie
fuck
for
up.
you?
Yeah.
I guess I'm asking for y'all's forgiveness.
No.
Not really for what I've done, because it wasn't completely horribly off the charts.
Was
Okay,
it
first
completely
of all,
horribly off the charts? What the fuck are you
That
talking
is
about?
such a bad thing. Can you imagine if every creator, when they get canceled, just came on camera and was like, okay, so I'm sorry for what I did. I mean, it wasn't that bad. And it's like,
I need your
can't do
forgiveness.
that.
I mean, it wasn't that bad though. So I guess like, do you need to forgive me?
But more for lying about it and deceiving everyone for so long.
Oh. So he's not sorry for what he did. He's sorry about lying for it.
I mean, that's so obvious. That's why he fucking did it.
Lying
I don't
about
even
it.
think he's sorry about anything he's done for his daughter or like to his daughter. I just genuinely think that he is incapable of
The
that.
bio that girl read, like, he doesn't
Disgusting.
understand why people don't think it's okay.
I really was about to come out and admit it before we dropped the Dream Team account. But then
What?
when Reddit found
Before you dropped the Dream
that
Team
Literotica account,
Wait,
I got scared.
did people know who he was before the Dream Team account?
Are you fucking... I hate when people just insult my intelligence like this. You're telling me that before you were caught, you really wanted to come out and tell people? You really did? That was on your
I
roster?
love
That
the
was
people
on your
that said they were
schedule?
glad they were canceled.
Yeah, you penciled that one in. Bullshit. You weren't going to admit anything. Obviously, people figured everything out. And then he says, and the Literotica thing scared me. No shit, because it also links you to exactly the same genre of shit that, like, if you're sinister enough to create the Ariella whatever person, then Literotica is not a far stretch, especially if you're calling this not off the charts. Like,
Right?
this makes total sense. that you
Apparently
would do this.
that's off the charts, maybe. Also, I feel like I'm seeing in my monitor. If my face looks dirty, it's because I put a bunch of stuff on the rug to make it dirty, and now I think it's transferring to
no.
my face because I have to keep pulling the
Oh,
fuss.
God.
It's a disaster.
They would then say automatically the Literotica account had to be mine as well. And I did not want to be associated with that account. I
Why?
never made that account. I never wrote that story. I know Reddit's not going to believe me. I'm hoping some of you will be kind enough to give me the benefit of the doubt in that maybe I lost my way and made that AI account, but I don't think I could never go as far as the literotica.
Why is that much worse?
I mean, especially considering what that one person that you showed that video from, that TikToker, she read that description from Ariella,
sounds very
not
similar.
from the literotica. Yeah, that's very incestual. I mean, you're talking about how you're kind of pissed because
it's not socially
even though it's acceptable in Rhode
daughter.
Island. Yeah, why is it so bad? So I'm sorry, like I can't get on board here. Not that I would ever want to get on board with Patrick. Literally throw me off the plank. But no, this is just insane. But before we continue, we really quickly want to thank our next sponsor, and that is ZocDoc.
If you're unfamiliar, you must be new here because ZocDoc is one of our longest running sponsors. It's a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors and click instantly to book an appointment, which means no phone.
I've said this before, but I was putting off my OBGYN appointment. The thought of the fact that it had been so long was really stressing me out, and I think a lot of people experience that anxiety with doctors. So ZocDoc was the perfect service to come in and cut that middleman out where I don't have to deal with any embarrassment. I don't have to talk to anyone. I don't have to tell them the last time that I went to the doctor. I just went into ZocDoc, chose the highest rated OBGYN near me, and I booked the appointment all throughout the app. I did not have to talk to anybody. It was amazing.
Or there was my situation where I hadn't gone to the dentist in way too long, and then my tooth broke and I had to go to the dentist. I was able to explain it all just like by typing it in a little form, and then they like were aware once I got there, so I didn't have to then re-explain it and like cry and be embarrassed.
And you could filter which doctors take your insurance. If you're not sure which doctor you need to see, you can actually search by symptom. It's very helpful and very user-friendly.
And it has all of their schedules like pop up right there on screen, so you can pick what appointment you want, and they usually have something within 24 to 72 hours.
So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and head over to ZocDoc.com/DWKT to find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/DWKT, ZocDoc.com/DWKT.
And thank you so much to ZocDoc for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast.
I know I promised answers to questions about Jenna and about questions about Jenna and about the purity ring video. I did answer both of those questions in the live, but for those of you who weren't there, I will try and make a video to each of those comments as I promised. I don't know where I'm going to go from here, honestly. I'm going to try to get back to my cooking.
Yeah, leave forever, please.
Try to get back to some semblance of normal. But anyway, thank you so much, Hannah, for conducting the interview respectfully. I know you didn't agree with me on a lot of points, and I know you don't completely agree with me on
I don't think she
a
agrees
lot of
with
stuff,
you on any points.
But the fact that you conducted yourself respectfully and without being forceful, I do appreciate that, and I appreciate your persistence in pushing me to finally admit the Ariella account.
And then he does a whole other video talking about his fan view. I simply cannot. I feel like I want to throw up. We just have to move on from Patrick. But essentially, that is the update. That whole AI account that we talked about in our original video about Patrick, he has finally admitted to creating. In my opinion,
oh my God,
everything they say about him is true.
I just caught a glimpse of what that said. Oh my God.
No, I'm scrolling up.
It's exactly as bad as the litter rot. Like, are you kidding?
Okay, so sorry about that. I actually am. Seeing him haunts me. Like his face, lock him up right now. You're under arrest, Patrick.
Check his
for
computer,
being dirty, creepy,
like, who the
freaky
fuck
fucking
knows
weirdo.
what's on there?
No, literally check all his devices immediately. But anyway, guys, let's move on to our second topic. I'm actually sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry that I ever introduced him to this channel. I'm sorry about the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, no, you did bring
Nobody's
them
perfect.
to us. We've been getting tagged in the updates a lot for a while. So.
Unfortunately, yeah, I know. I'll literally be scrolling TikTok. I click on a tag and it's like jump scare. I see Patrick. Anyway, next up is our cheating scandal. Okay, this one is a doozy because not only did we hear from the person who had been cheated on, we heard from the other woman and we heard from the man who cheated on her. So we have just every angle of the story and it's really something.
Lovely.
Last time that we covered one of the cheating scandals, we did get to see the man crying on the floor, but we didn't get to hear from him. And I would have liked that angle. You know what I mean? Are you in there?
I don't.
Hello?
I was trying to pull it back up because I looked kind of like an Ewok more than anything else. But
I will say, I did tell Lily, I'm like, if you just cut a hole out of the rug, I fear your face, like it's gonna probably fall over. She's like, no, it'll be fine.
Honestly, it's not. My problem is that I needed a second person to like wrap it around. If this is wrapped up too, then
it's
stays
tighter.
Yeah,
like stapled together or something.
I did use some tape and I tried to
falling
like
apart there.
I know.
I thought you gave up for a second though. Nice to see you going back for round 2.
I like started cutting it and it's a piece of foam with just like fuzz on top. Like it's literal foam.
Oh.
I mean, it was $30, but.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I think we're okay.
But anyway, so the people that we're going to be talking about are Megan, and I'm pretty sure her name is Megan, but it's spelled Magen. Is that Megan?
I've never seen it spelled like that.
Yeah. And then we have Lindsay, who is the other woman, and she, you would like this, is an equestrian.
A fellow horse girl?
Horse girl.
Love
Horse
it.
girl. Yeah. She is the other woman, though. So, spoiler alert, Megan was married to Eric for 14 years and was blindsided one day, essentially. That's how she describes it when she posted this TikTok where she was seemingly just like very devastated. And a lot of people questioned her, like, why would you post this? Because I think that's a valid question. When you see people just sobbing on TikTok, you're kind of like, why'd you upload that?
Yeah, it's
you know
usually
what I mean?
how I feel.
But she does address it, and I'll explain what she says after. Anyway, this is her getting blindsided by her husband ex-husband of 14 years.
So, my husband of 14 years just told me he wants a divorce. That he loves me as a person. He thinks I'm great, but he is not in love with me anymore.
Yeah, why is she sharing this?
You said, why is she showing this?
Why is she sharing this? Yeah.
Right. I think that, so she addresses it later on. I'm not going to show that TikTok, but essentially what she says is like, I've always documented my life. You know, I showed when I got veneers.
This is where you can draw the line in the sand, though. You don't have to share this.
I mean, it did technically go well for her. I think a lot of people are on her side and supporting her. But yeah, I do think listen, maybe it's not the nicest question to ask in someone's like time of need. I can understand that. I can understand how like looking at her crying and being like, why are you doing this? Is kind of a mean question. But at the same time, I do look at it as like a bigger picture of TikTok and people posting them in distress, but not in a way that you could help them necessarily.
Yeah, well, that was like, it's not like if she told her friends this or something. It just feels like this is kind of something that maybe you would regret posting later.
Yeah, and then also, I kind of do look at it from the angle of like, there was a lot of support in the comments. There was a lot of people giving her advice. A lot of people who have been divorced themselves, you know, explaining to her how to navigate it. So I guess if somebody like maybe doesn't have a lot of friends or have a village themselves.
Maybe like a Reddit thread,
I guess
though.
I could see it. That's more diabolical, I think, honestly. So I don't know, but you know, we'll just ignore that fact and just like let her, you know, have her moment.
He doesn't see me in a romantic way anymore, and I'm just so caught off guard. Like, I'm always so open with him about my feelings about what's going on, and there was nothing. I could tell something was wrong, and he's in Boston right now for work, and I messaged him like, what's wrong? Like, we're going on vacation tomorrow, or today we're going, and I was like, what's wrong? I was like, I feel like you've been off. Do you want a divorce or something? And he said, I don't want to have this conversation. And I said, well, do I need to cancel our trip? And he said, I think that's best.
If you not only divorce me, but you also cancel my vacation, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm done. First of all, I'd be going on that vacation. I'd be bringing another motherfucker. Although, I will say, a little bit unfortunate how untransferable vacations are. You know what I mean? You can't, really transfer the name or whatever. But I'd go by myself. At the very least, I'd go by myself, have an eat, pray, love moment, meet a very handsome man on the beach, assuming she
that's a pretty quick
turnaround
for the eat, pray, love moment, though.
Nope, I'd do it.
I think I would need a few days to like wallow in my...
Nope. I'd be a bad bitch on the beach. I would be, literally sobbing and internally, wanting to die. But just out of spite, I think I would have done it. I would have gone on vacation.
That's true. Spite is a big driver of that.
So yeah, as she mentioned, there was a work trip involved and he broke up with her over the phone. He not broke up with her, divorced her over the phone essentially. And that is very, very wild. Although yes, she did ask him like, do you want to get a divorce? Like, what the fuck? You've been so distant, all of this stuff. The fact that he did it over the phone is so cowardice. It really is, no matter the circumstance, unless you're in an abusive relationship, obviously that's separate from this. It's just such a shit way to navigate this that I can't really believe it.
And that it doesn't even sound like he actually like flat out said it. He was just like, I don't want to have this conversation. And like
100%.
They just shouldn't go on the vacation. It's like, okay, so you want to get a divorce though. You're just too much of a bitch to say it.
Yeah, and although we did, criticize, or not criticize, but we were asking like, why is she posting this? She did get a lot of supportive comments and a lot of people pointing out that he was cheating. Basically, they said, men don't just say/do that without a side piece. Know your worth and let him go. He's cheating, sis. You don't just wake up and decide you don't love someone. And honestly, I really, really, really do kind of agree with that. Like, I feel like when men are very certain, or honestly, when anybody's very certain about leaving a 14-year marriage without any remorse, either you're a serial killer or you're cheating on me. There's only two
men
options.
Don't usually leave like if they don't have another option.
100%.
Yeah, they'll be complacent in the relationship until there's another.
Yeah. And I think that I understand, you know, people get into cycles where they kind of like maybe emotionally will turn off for a while. And some people do have that snapping moment where they're like, I need to leave now. And maybe it's not for, you know, a nefarious reason. Maybe they're not cheating. But something like this is just so specific. Being on the work trip, not giving somebody who you've dedicated 14 years of marriage to, who knows how long they dated.
Yeah.
Not giving them the decency of like, doing this in person
and making them bring it up.
Yeah, no, it's next level. I totally agree with everyone that said that he was cheating, and spoiler alert, he was. And crazy enough, the last TikTok she posted before this crash out TikTok was this. And it was basically a joke about how she had dreamt that he was cheating on her. And this is her ex-husband. And it says on screen, he doesn't know it yet, but I know he cheated on me. This was the last TikTok before she came back and was like, he's leaving.
Oh my God.
Me.
And the caption is Dream Eric is in trouble. Oh my God.
Is that not very sinister? Yeah, I think she's one of us. All right. So yes, there is another woman. And the way that she found out is she went through his phone records. And you will notice in the beginning, she's still wearing her wedding ring. She's obviously in shock. She's processing this all on TikTok. Again, I don't know her situation. I don't know her village. I don't know if she has friends. I don't know. You know what I mean? She very much was very transparent throughout this entire process. But this was her talking about pretty immediately finding out that, yeah, I'm going to listen to those comments and there is another woman. And then she found the proof.
So update. Looked at his phone records, of course. Some girl he's been talking to for 2 hours at a time. Talked to her for 3 hours yesterday after he told me he wanted a divorce. So like,
she starts bleeping out like different parts of this. I almost want to say like when she said with blank, it might have been like with kids because the other woman does have kids.
Okay.
Or like, I don't know. Like she starts like dropping places or things
like
that she doesn't want
details that
known.
Would make it known who she is or something.
Yeah. Even though everyone found her easily.
Great.
I hope he doesn't get tired of you after 14 years. So
people were in the comments saying like, girl, you cannot like show this emotion. Like you need to like lock in, leave his ass and like do not show him this side of it, which I honestly do agree with. I agree with getting your emotions out, but something sucks so bad about showing a man that he hurt you that I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
He really doesn't deserve that.
And I feel like she probably wants him to see it. So it's like, look how much I'm hurting. But in reality, it's making
he doesn't care.
It not any better. Yeah.
So this is her talking about how when he came back from his Boston trip, she confronted him.
So I wanted to tell y'all what happened when he got home from Boston that Friday. We went out on the patio and talked, and I was bawling, completely bawling, and he had no emotion at all. He asked me why I was tormenting myself by crying.
What?
I said, because, you know, I'm losing my husband of 14 years. He swore up and down there was not another girl. And I just asked him a few questions, like, how did we get here? I thought we were great. And he said, throughout our marriage, I always thought one of us was into each other more than the other. And I was like, yeah, that's marriage. Like, that's, you know, marriage is work. And you're not going to be head over heels with someone all the time. He mentioned that, you know, throughout the years, each of us has come to each other with, I guess, not issues, but just like things that we were feeling. And he said that we never took the time or cared enough to really fix those issues, that they would get better for about a month and then they would go back to how they were. I don't agree with that statement that he made. I mean, I think that is, again, just life and you have to work on yourself. You know, we loved each other. We traveled the world together. I mean, literally my absolute best friend. And, you know, if I don't do the laundry enough, then, and that's an issue, then I didn't think it was that big of an issue. But here we are.
It sounds like he was just not really happy in this relationship in general. Before we go any further, we have a word from our sponsor, Uncommon Goods.
The holidays are sneaking up on us fast. It's actually insane how close Christmas is, but it is not too early to get your shopping done and actually have fun with it.
Uncommon Goods makes holiday shopping stress-free and joyful because they have thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts that you can't get anywhere else.
Uncommon Goods is amazing because they actually look for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the US. And many are crafted by independent artists and small businesses. And because they're made in small batches, the best finds sell out pretty fast.
A lot of what they have are like really really unique, like kind of little gifts. And I feel like they have a lot of customizable ones. There was one I saw that was like a word search blanket that you can customize, which is cool.
Yeah, I saw one that was like you could put your pets on a sweater, which I think would be a great, either like a white elephant gift or just something for your friend that is obsessed with their pets. And the really cool thing is that with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. And they've donated more than $3 million to date doing this, which is amazing.
So shop early, have fun, and cross some names off your list by going to uncommongoods.com/DWKT, and you'll get 15% off your next gift.
That's uncommongoods.com/DWKT for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're out of the ordinary. To bring up that like, oh, one of us loved the other person more.
Off the diabolical.
Literally such a fucked up thing to say, but regardless of that, who's the bigger asshole? Okay, I literally feel like, how the fuck can you stay for 14 years of your life if you don't love that person loves you way more than you love them?
Well, and it's like, then don't stay married.
Oh, brother, I could do a whole think piece on that. Literally. You didn't have to do this. You weren't in handcuffs and nobody made you do it.
But that's, he probably like felt like he was doing her a favor. It's like, you're a fucking asshole.
Either that or he was just doing what like everybody tells you you're supposed to be doing, which is like getting married, they didn't have kids, but like, you know what I mean? That's the whole thing. That's what everybody paints for you. And then this happens because you just did the thing without really being in love. Like you just were like, I like this person a lot. I could be around them for a while.
That this is the situation. Like I think at one point Ned and Ariel like were in love, but it's giving the same, like he just woke up and was like, oh wait, this isn't what I wanted because I just like thought I was
instead of talking to the person that I made a vow to, I'm gonna go fuck somebody.
Yep.
I mentioned the phone records. I just said phone records, and he stopped in his tracks completely and stared at me. And I said, just so you know, I know. And he said, I have a friend. And I said,
wow.
No, friends don't talk to each other for 2 hours upstairs while their wife is sleeping. And then they come down and have with me right after.
Oh, hell no. Oh,
friends
hell
talk
no.
to other friends for 3 hours after they tell their wife they want a divorce. They don't talk to them the day that they buy a Jeep. Oh, we bought a Jeep 3 weeks ago, guys. Yeah, so that's fun. There's just so many things that you don't do with just friends. So he didn't say anything. He told me I can believe what I want to believe to make me feel better.
What?
That is the most gaslighty bullshit.
How would that make you feel better? Oh, that I didn't leave you because I just don't love you. I left you for someone else. That would make you feel better. I don't know if there is a feel better option in this scenario.
I think that he got caught. He didn't expect her to know the phone records thing.
Totally.
And then he was just like, whatever you want to believe.
Yeah. See, that's when the sadness would turn to visceral rage.
Oh, no, 100%. And then he had the audacity. She explains this. He asks her, like, are you kicking me out? And she's like, what the fuck do you think was going to happen? Okay. I have to admire, Megan, despite her being completely distraught by this situation, she literally signed her divorce papers the Monday after this all happened. And it's probably going to be finalized sometime in November because of that.
Good for her.
Honestly, I mean, just in that moment, I wouldn't expect anyone to be thinking about those details. So the fact that she got an attorney and did the whole fucking thing, I do think is great. And she's been sharing all her feelings about this, like her grief, her anger. She's like, today is an angry day. And I just wish she would, fall in a ditch. She doesn't say that, but
I guess
wish
it is probably helpful for other people watching that have been going through it. I wonder if she went through with the like filing of the divorce after that bullshit conversation, because that's insane.
I know. But yeah, she just documents all of her feelings, and that's pretty much Megan in this regard. Like, we're going to revisit her in a second, but we now need to jump to Lindsay. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Lindsay is the other woman.
The other girl.
Yeah, exactly. She has around 20,000 followers on TikTok. She makes her own content. She has children. And I genuinely do not know how people found out that it was her, but they did find out that it was her. And they went back looking into pretty much all of her content, and there is some interesting parallels here. So one of the things that she posted, and a lot of these have a lot of captions on screen, God bless, sorry about that, but it's basically re-uploads that people found. One of them is her talking about getting a pay pig. Okay. And I didn't know this term before this.
Never heard it in my life, and now I hate myself now.
But essentially, a pay pig is a person who's going to send you money for everything and anything. And it's essentially like a sugar daddy, but it's like almost like their kink. Like
that it's like that you were like, hey, pay for me, bitch. And it's like,
exactly.
I have heard of like this fetish before. No, I didn't know it was called pay pig though. That I hate very much.
Now you do.
You don't have to be having a sexual relationship with them. It can just be like,
no,
just give me money.
Used in that way.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I would like to find one of those, yes.
I was about to say, like, seems harmless and kind of great for the other person, but I don't know.
Something pay pigs are hard to find, but once you find one, and a good one, and I ain't talking no little Splenda money. I'm talking about trips getting paid for without them, bills getting paid, debts getting paid off, the whole shebang.
And this post of her having a pay pig who pays for everything was just in
this
July.
Is the girl.
Yeah, this is Lindsay. This is the other woman.
Oh, wow.
So presumably they were together at this time. Jury's still out on whether he's the pay pig, but it would just be, you know, it would line up with her just being like, they're hard to find, but when you do, like, I don't know, just her like advocating for a pay pig around the time that she would have been with Eric.
Yeah, but I also don't feel like that really matches up with like having like 3-hour phone conversations with him all the time.
No. Oh, they're together now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's her pay pig. I don't know if he started off as her pay pig. I hate that terminology really much. A lot. But I don't know if he started off that way and that's how their arrangement was before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure their origin or how they met. But another interesting parallel is basically she was engaged to one of her baby's fathers and he would cheat on her and abandon their family. And then she would post about how like disappointed she was and upset with that situation. This particularly was very rich.
As my fiance decided to leave us without a word, very heartbreaking, very inconsiderate. You see how I have to be strong for my kids, even though I want to curl up in a ball and cry? Very demure.
I was just going to say, why does it sound like she's going to say some very demure, very mindful?
So that kind of gives us a timeline. You know what I mean? She probably posted it because this is a re-upload as well. She posted this around the demure stuff, which was like, I don't know, what, 8 months ago now?
Yeah.
But she talks about how devastated she was that the man in her life up and left her.
Did she know that her pay pig had a wife of 14 years?
Well, we're going to hear from Lindsay because she did a whole 10-minute sit-down video on this.
Great.
And I'm so dead at our researcher's caption, which says, Miss Lindsay thinks she is a real Billy Badass in this 10-minute video. And I love that.
There were a lot of Billy Badass comments on the last video.
Oh, so good. Anyway, this is Lindsay and she's wearing the same TikTok shop sweatshirt that I wore, or like a little crew neck that I wore in an episode recently. I'm about to burn it.
Oh my God, the homewreckers making a video. Let's go troll it.
Oh, I hate it already.
I know. Literally all the comments were like, in the first 10 seconds, I don't know the situation.
Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Like, literally.
This is not the type of video that you probably think that it is. And before you start commenting something nasty, oh my God, that's fat, ugly, fugly, homewrecker.
Get to the point, girly.
She deserves everything that's coming to her. Click. Let me explain. This video is not to try to defend myself. This is not to try to bash anybody. This is not to try to invalidate anybody's feelings. This is a very serious subject, and
you really set the stage great then.
It has to be handled delicately. Unfortunately, a picture has already been painted of me, and millions of people have seen it. You know, there's nothing that I can do to change someone's perception of me, especially somebody who does not know me, because the people that do know me and they know my heart, they know that like this would have never been a situation I would have purposefully implanted myself into.
This always bothers me because I'm like, I don't care about the people that know you. I'm sure your mom loves you, girl. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything else? Explain what happened. Like, we're literally a minute in and nothing has been said.
Well, the fact that she was like, this is a very delicate, this is serious. It's like, then why were you just making jokes for the first minute?
Starts it off with like, like that is not serious.
Yeah.
It would not matter if I said that I didn't know that he was married. It would not matter if I said that when I met this person, they didn't have a ring on their finger, so I didn't automatically think, oh my God, I wonder if he's secretly married. You know, like, it would not matter if when I did find out, if I just shut it down and then did not revisit any like talks of anything until a divorce was filed.
Impossible. You've been caught in a lie because she literally knows through the phone records that he was talking to you way before he filed the divorce. And yes, granted, this motherfucker probably was lying to you, as married men do when they want to cheat.
Why would you be okay with it even after he got divorced, though? He's gonna cheat on you too.
Well, I don't know. I guess that's tricky territory because if somebody's like unhappy in their relationship and then they leave, then that's fine. But the fact that she met him married,
no,
then
that's
he
what I'm
divorced,
saying.
that's
because she's putting forth that he lied. She didn't know he was married, and then she was like, "Nope, not until you're divorced." But it's like he already cheated. So
but that doesn't make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, I always find it very interesting that women will have so much faith in men that are actively.
Yeah.
First of all, he lied to you. Like that's how, you didn't know that he was married. So he omitted that truth and lied to you. And then supposedly, this is how she says it happened. Then you found out. Then he's like, okay, well, basically I'm going to divorce her. Then you were fine with it. Mind you, she's still with him till this day. And now you know that Megan filed for divorce because she said it less than a week after she found out about you. So yeah, timeline isn't adding up and you're still with Eric.
The logic
so
isn't adding. The math isn't mathing anywhere.
Right.
It would not matter because that picture is already painted. And I thought I did everything right. Like I didn't go into this automatically thinking that, there was somebody else, somebody who had a commitment for over a decade. I never would have inserted myself into that. Like,
and how do you reconcile that now?
I know y'all don't know me like that, but like, I wanted to blow up on TikTok, but not in this way.
Oh
you know what I mean? Like,
you didn't need to say that. You really didn't need to say that at all.
This could have been an email.
My authentic self, being goofy, being silly, loving my kids, doing things with them, being a single mom, and just kind of showing all of the aspects of that. Like I wanted to blow up on TikTok for all the right reasons.
Why are we talking
never
about that?
in my life just like woke up and said, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ruin somebody's freaking marriage today. Like, who freaking does that? Who wants to be known as a homewrecker? Cause it ain't me. Like, I know that's hard to believe for some of y'all. Like, some of y'all actually think that I am just like this god-awful, horrible, terrible, no good person. And that's fine. If you need a villain...
No, you're just a pick-me.
I fucking hate when people say that. If you need a villain, who needs a villain?
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Looking at the situation. The fact that you are the villain seems to be a coincidence. I don't need a villain at all.
I don't know what led any sort of disconnection in that commitment. What goes on behind closed doors, none of us knows. And that's not my business. I don't care.
It kind of is your business, though, because he cheated
Something
with you.
tells me that you literally were laying on Eric's chest, twirling his little nipple hair, while he would tell you all about it, and you were gobbling it right up. I'm sorry, but something just tells me that.
What the fuck were they talking about for 3 hours at a time?
That's so true. Oh my God, that is so true. Especially like once she found out, then he talked to her for 3 hours.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm sure you have no idea. He didn't invent it all. And that's not, like, she is a pick-me that probably was like, oh, well, I would never do, like, that would never happen to us because, like, he was complaining about probably very specific problems.
All I know is what I've been told. That's all I know. And I don't care enough to get into that. Like, that's not my business to share. And I'm not trying to be part of that tea. You know what I mean? Like, I got way too much on my
part
plate
of that tea
to worry about someone else's life and what they're doing. Like, I just ain't got that kind of time. And some of you do. Some of you got some time, baby.
Oh my God, I hate her.
Because some of y'all...
You have 3 hours to talk to some random guy.
Yeah.
Nobody's that
seems like you have
interesting.
plenty of time.
Y'all are just...
This is a 10-minute video.
And that's okay. We're validating everybody's feelings here. The other party's feelings are important. They're valid. They're hurt. Like, I totally get that. It would probably be fun, for some people, for me to jump on here and just kind of like, blah, 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 like, make up all this tea and all this
That's
drama.
what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I was like, what is this then?
And that's just not who I am. I am so far from that person. It's really, kind of comical. Like how much
now she's just saying words.
Instantly hate me. And that's fine. That's totally fine because you know what? Like, I'm not losing no sleep at night because I know in my heart of hearts.
You're a great person. Cool.
I know that within, myself and who I am, that I did everything that I thought that would be morally right. Regardless of what anyone wants to believe. And that's totally fine. Sid is more of one that's like, although people's feelings are involved and lives have definitely been changed by circumstances and situations that have occurred. And I'm not downgrading any of those things. There are always more than one side to every story. And just because other parties are not like getting on social media. We don't actually owe y'all any explanation.
Then why are you still talking?
No, that's so rich, because guess who else came on? As I already said, Eric. Eric fucking got on, did a 2-part story.
No.
Okay, the 2-part story time on his perspective of everything. I don't know if this was deleted. We could only find re-uploads, so I'm assuming it was. But here's Eric's side of everything.
Jesus Christ.
Let me start this by just saying that I'm on here not to bash anyone or tear anybody down or anything. I'm just here to tell my side of the story since it hasn't been heard. Yes,
because no one cares.
After 14 years, I am the one who said that I am no longer in love with her. Yes, that is true. What is also true is that there's a lot that led up to that. If you have seen or heard the videos, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, then this isn't for you. And it doesn't matter. First, I never physically cheated on her. I admitted that I did emotionally cheat, technically, which is true.
Technically.
I know that this is maybe a hot take. Arguably, that's worse. Arguably.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it
Physical
wasn't
cheating
just like
is
a
awful and
slip
they're
up.
both
It was
horrible.
like a consistent choice.
Yeah. And emotional cheating, investing that energy into someone and then continuously, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, like, using your now ex-wife for like the physical, like you're still doing that with her, but then emotional, it's very, very sinister. And that could fuck with someone's mental and like their ability to trust someone for the rest of their life. So just a fun fact.
I never physically cheated on her.
Doesn't matter.
From the outside looking in, it seemed like everything was fine, but as many of my friends and even family members have said since this happened, people knew deep down that there was a problem. My friends have come out and told me several times that they remember us being at dinner with them and her saying things that were demeaning towards me.
Okay.
Ask yourself, if you emotionally cheated on your partner and they are hurting greatly, if the best option is to now get on here and talk about issues that likely you didn't bring up enough or in an efficient enough way for it to actually, you know what I mean, like register with her. Because obviously either she's an Oscar award winning actress or like she was blindsided for real.
Or
you know
like
what I mean?
also like, did these happen?
Oh, we don't know. See, that's the thing. We don't know. It's hard to trust a cheater. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Emotional
Like,
or otherwise.
You could have been mature and left the relationship because of that, but you didn't. You pursued another relationship to have simultaneously and then waited till she brought it up.
Right.
So at home, I was basically the one who did all the cooking, 99% of the cleaning, all the laundry. I went to work every day in an office job. I came home every day, made sure there was food to eat. And if there wasn't already something pre-cooked, then I would cook something or figure out what was for dinner.
Congratulations. Like, I mean, I feel
women.
like literally, I was about to say I cook in my house. I mean, I granted now don't cook as often. I will say that I don't have as much time. But like, yeah, a lot of people work and then come home and cook. There's usually one person in a relationship. It's rare that both will cook the same amount. Like, I feel like either there's one person that could cook, like my husband he could do the act.
That's, I'm like, I
like
could
shit.
figure it out.
It's gonna taste like shit.
But
yeah, it's not gonna be top notch. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there's people that are better at things than others. Like, the fact that he's holding that against her is insane.
Well, and he's just complaining about literally the things that like most women do and are expected to do.
Also, most things that if he were living on his own, which he is now, or actually, I don't know. Guess he's living with Lindsay. I don't know. But most things that he would have to do anyway.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
adult shit.
given if he's having to do it all for her as well, and it's like,
right, that's
I
true.
get it, but also, I don't know.
So I would be the one to clean it up. Because if I didn't, I'd hear about it and how the kitchen was a mess. Every weekend, I would meal prep chicken that most of the time I didn't even eat because I made just enough for her and would take whatever was left.
Well, that sounds like a you
No,
problem.
he's like, she starved me.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even eat the chicken. I would eat the scraps.
There was no food for me to eat because I only made enough for her. It's like, well, that sounds like a portion. Like,
just
you
get a
should've
little
made
bit more chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 90% of the cleaning, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, toilets,
Sweeping the floors.
dishes, whatever, I did it. I basically waited on her hand and foot for years.
Unless she's one of the most diabolical people to ever exist, this is a little bit inconsistent for me. You're telling me that she never touched anything, she never cleaned anything, she never cooked, and somehow she would still come to the kitchen and be like, why is this not clean?
Right? I'm like, sounds like a man.
I mean, that seems really, really, really hardcore. Honestly, if that did happen, which again, hard to trust somebody that
I was like, if it did happen, then why wouldn't you leave her earlier?
I mean, yeah, if you've been unhappy for 14 years, I do think that that's insane. You're not in an abusive relationship. You're just in a situation that you are presumably not happy with. So yeah, I do think as adults, we need to communicate that. And we need to be like, hey, I'm miserable. I don't like this. I'm going to leave now. You're an adult.
Yeah.
Like we have to, woman or man, if you're not in an abusive relationship, if you're just in a situation you're not happy with, yeah, you have to. And like literally, if you don't, then you can't sit here and be like, she never did the dishes. It's like, did you ever even bring that up to a point?
Well, she did bring up the laundry in hers.
She did.
Which I think either that is indicative of like maybe there is some truth to what he's saying, or he's grabbed that and then he's like, okay, that's going to be my...
I know. I guess it is weird. But I mean, listen, I don't know their situation. We're not there in their home. So like, I don't know who did what. I just think that you're not saying that like she's got you in like a hostage situation where you're scared for your life or anything. So I guess I'm just a little bit confused on how anybody would look at this now and just be like, well, of course, like the only natural thing to do was cheat on her. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I get to. I'm like, just leave.
The weirdest thing I think was his mention of the food and like, oh, there wasn't enough for me to eat because like there was only enough for her. And it's like, well, you just were complaining though that you're the one making it.
He's very much putting it all on her, even when that decision would have also been on him. But like, I do understand, like, if there's an imbalance, bring it up. I would have even supported him if he wanted to leave her, if all of this is true. Well, like, absolutely leave
because she does say though that he brought up in their conversation that they would like address something and then like a month later would go back to how it was.
Yeah.
So like,
so maybe he was bringing this up.
But again, the way he's framing it seems a little extreme.
And also leave. Literally get up and go. You are not being held hostage. The only thing holding you in this relationship is like the fact that you've been together for so long.
And exactly. And especially like you didn't leave. You waited until she brought it up and like you got caught cheating.
The laundry every week. And 90% of the cleaning, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, toilets, dishes.
We get it, you're a janitor.
Whatever. I did it. I don't say that like I don't have my own faults. I do. But
you cheated.
That's what home life was like. I didn't even want to make this video, but here we are. People were coming after me and other people for...
No one knows who you are.
I mean, she did, you know, she had videos of him.
Yeah, so no, but like, I mean, did he have any followers? Just don't be on social media. Like, I don't get when people are like, well, I mean, I had to address it. It's like, to your 20 people that know you, like, no.
This is his part 2.
I want to preface this by saying that she had no idea I was married when I first started talking to her. I led her to believe that I was not. So that's on me.
Yeah.
She didn't know for quite some time, and the only reason she found out is because I sent a video and she noticed I had a wedding ring on my finger and she called me out on it. After that, we had a long conversation about everything. My relationship with my soon-to-be ex-wife, the fact that I had lied to her about.
Soon-to-be ex-wife, if the ex-wife discovered it. Like, literally, like, there's no other fucking way. The fact that he wasn't the person that ended it makes it so much worse. And also, that's not how Lindsay described it. She described it as she found out you were married and she said, absolutely not. And we're not going to be together. And then it was only when you filed, which obviously made no sense.
But then also her was like, we didn't talk. I don't know what was going on in his marriage. He's like, we had a long talk about everything, about my marriage.
Oh, girl, we knew that was happening.
Your marital status, that would have been a very minor part of the conversation. Like, that's pretty quick.
My marital status, everything. We had a long conversation about it.
Nightly.
But at that point, I had already...
Did he just burp? Did he? I know the fuck he did not. Hold on.
Conversation about it. But at that point...
What was that? What the fuck was that?
It was like I don't know if I would call it a burp, but it was some kind of like weird digestive...
He was choking on his bullshit.
I already started to develop strong feelings towards her. And her towards me. At that point, she told me we couldn't be anything. There could be nothing there. That she would not be the other woman.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I guess she did say that.
Did not want that. And that was not going to happen. We were going to be friends. Just friends from that point.
Okay. Because adult men have so many just like friends that they call for 3 hours
married,
a night.
Adult married men have so many friends. That totally makes sense.
Fast forward, I went out of town for work. Continued just being friends. We did talk a lot, and I
did you
opened up to her about some things, and she was just a person for me to talk to.
Oh my God.
Understood where I was coming from.
I believe that she was like his therapist.
No, 100%.
Like I just picture them like
totally
chatting on the phone and him like crying to her and her being like, it's okay.
Yeah, no, 100%. It makes her saying that she has, no interest in their business and what ended their relationship.
Yeah, no, bullshit.
It makes it look so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That trip, my soon-to-be ex-wife started pressuring me, talking about how she could tell there was something wrong. That
your soon-to-be ex-wife that you haven't let know that she's your soon-to-be ex-wife.
No. She started pressuring me about something wrong. Yeah, no shit. You're literally like, imagine him saying that right now at this point. It's literally been, I don't know how many minutes of him describing how agonizing that relationship was and how basically he was so fucking over it. And she's the one who had to pressure you into ending it, you fucking coward.
When you are referring to her
insane.
at this stage as your soon-to-be ex-wife.
Yeah, because of her.
Yeah.
She's the one who filed.
I told her, I said, I don't want to talk about this over the phone or through text. I don't. Wait till I get home. She kept on, and eventually she FaceTimed me.
Wait till you get home and then go on your vacation you had planned? You fucking asshole.
Dude,
like, what do you mean?
Insane. And you had literally bought a Jeep with her 3 weeks before, you psycho.
Sounds like something you would do in a failing relationship for sure.
My God, yeah. Let's get into more debt together, shall we?
Like some people are like, maybe if we have another baby, it'll fix the marriage. We should adopt a car.
I told her straight up that I wasn't in love with her anymore, and I hadn't been for some time. It was the truth.
Well, harsh.
I wasn't, haven't been, and there's nothing I can do about that. It stemmed from back and forth problems over the years of one of us would have an issue with the way that the other one was treating the other or acting towards each other, and when those issues were brought up, neither one of us really took any effort to fix it. We maybe took a few days to work on it, and then it just went back to normal. We were roommates in our house. Every day after work, we'd come home.
Roommates who have sex, huh? Interesting.
Roommates that have sex, and then also now you're roommates. Before it was more like you were like her parent that did everything
100%.
for her.
Yeah. Megan goes on to post multiple TikToks. She talks about how she got an STD test because her friends were like suggesting that she did. And honestly, I think that that's the right choice if you were sexually active with this man and you don't trust a word he says. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh my God, he also diabolical. When he went to go get his stuff from their house that they shared for 14 years, he brought Lindsay's car because he said it had more space.
Shut up.
The way that I would fully just tornado spiral.
Even the way he just like revealed that he was like, and then I told her like, I've been in love with you, haven't been for years. It's like, we get it. Oh my God.
I know.
You had no decency to the woman you were married with for 14 years to be like a little more delicate with how you delivered that.
No, men in this situation, and I mean, I'm not saying that it can't happen. A woman could be this cruel as well. I'm not saying it's just one specific
it's just
gender,
like
but
so cold.
Something similar did happen to me. And I mean, I wasn't married for 14 years. I was just with Jonathan for, 7 months of my life. And I was very young. So it felt like my whole life. Mm-hmm. But the day that he left, it was the coldest shit. And him getting everything and bringing his sister to get all of his shit out of the place that he had drugged me away from my family into. I literally felt very similar to this, where I'm just watching someone where I'm like,
who are you? Yeah.
Literally, I begged for him back. Like, I got on my knees. I was like, please don't leave. I know all your shit's back, but please don't leave. And I was so desperate. And he just looked at me so cold. And men are very, very capable of this. Again, anybody, I guess, whatever. But I almost always feel like it's because they have someone else. Like, I genuinely
because it's like they've moved on in their head. Like, it's not, there's nothing holding them back. It was just like the way he like repeated it and was like, I don't love you anymore. I haven't for a while. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's like
very callous.
Maybe you just say like, I'm not happy.
Listen, I mean, I will say I prefer this situation a million times over.
Well, so then she doesn't hold out any like hope or like think that it's gonna be fixed.
Not
or
just
like
that. I mean, not to get like super sinister, but like you see situations that are very, very bad where men want to leave their family or their marriage, and they
decide the other person
to do
should
so.
leave. Yes,
exactly, forever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a blessing in disguise, and I know that's like a really shitty way of putting it, but like I don't think they had kids. I think that genuinely she may be free of this man, which I really, really kind of love for her.
That's also crazy that they don't have kids. To be with someone for 14 years without that tying you to them too.
Yeah.
And then to just be like, yeah, I'm over it. Bye.
Yeah, just in general, the time commitment is crazy. But I honestly think she dodged a bullet. I think that she thinks that too. Because this TikTok, she's basically saying that she saw both of their videos and this is what she thinks.
I have seen both videos. They actually really, really helped me. After I cried for an hour, I did make a response video that will definitely stay in the vault because I got so mad. There were so many things I wanted to say that I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know, and I'm not going to start an internet war. I refuse to do that. I'm not going to give people more views than they deserve. But just know I got really, really mad, and y'all should be proud of that. But I am doing so good, guys. It gave me a lot of closure that I needed, and I just want to tell y'all how thankful I am for the entire TikTok community.
When like someone else ends something, I feel like you tend to like have all these situations playing over in your head. You're like, what could I have done different? Maybe they're still like thinking about me. Maybe they're still interested. But like after you see that, you're like, fuck them.
Literally.
Like,
yeah.
It would give me so much of the ick that I'd be like, okay, bye. Have fun.
Yeah, no, 100%. And in that regard, I do kind of think that like this whole TikTok documentation of all of this was very cathartic.
Maybe it was good for her.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do genuinely think it was maybe a good idea. And, you know, sorry to our skepticism in the beginning.
I'll take back my initial judgment.
Me too.
My initial judgment. I'll take it back.
Yep, take it back. I totally, you know, think that she slayed this. I think that despite any downfalls any human being could have in a marriage, the way that he just speaks is so callously about somebody who was your main that was your like number one person for 14 years, whether you're just roommates or not, you see her every day.
Just you two together. And she said they like traveled together, and like that's a big investment to just be like, well, ran its course.
But guess what? If he's able to do that for somebody, he'll do that to somebody else.
No, I honestly could picture her like meeting a new like super hot guy and like being like, oh wow, this is what it's supposed to be like.
I know, for sure. But anyway, we wish you well, Megan. And to Lindsay and Eric, may you all, you know, just run off into the sunset or whatever the hell you guys were planning. Yeah, enjoy. Anyway, another cheating scandal in the books. Shall we do a We Love the Internet?
Indeed. And then I need to shower or something. This is a terrible idea. My technique was that I used brown hair dry shampoo and some bronzer.
Oh, your chair's gonna be fucked.
Well, I didn't put any on the back, but it is pretty fucked, I think. But yeah, no, the fumes and all the fuzz that came off when I cut it, there's just a lot of stuff going on.
Okay, so mine is, I hope not copyrighted. I think this is very like horror movie vibes. But anyway, it's a former reality show producer. His name is Devin the Dad on TikTok. And he posted this POV, you edited your vacation like a reality show. And oh my God, the accuracy of it.
Sit back and relax. I'm at Hope Lot. Next time I'm not raining.
Oh man, it's raining.
Excuse me.
You're gonna get us all wet.
Oh my God.
You have blood on your lip? Let me see.
Stop screaming at me. Go outside and look at the view.
You had a lot of it.
The matching dresses.
So you can worry about lightning.
I want to go
That's pretty accurate. The amount of times that literally in Miami, I did it to Amelie. I was like, I am never bringing you back to Miami. I would tell her. And she's like, no, please. And she's like screaming. I'm like, no, I'm never bringing you back. That's it. Guess what? We're going back at the end of the month.
The more high pitched she gets.
No, it is really something to bring your children on vacation. There are very, very small moments in that vacation that are very beautiful. The pictures, the lovely moments. It is chaos, the getting ready, the sleep schedules, everything being thrown off. So they're thrown off and it's just a fucking, oh my God, God bless. It is really something.
Do you want just a good old fashioned dog one?
Sure.
I always say Max isn't the most cuddly. Like I can cuddle him, but like he doesn't cuddle me. And what I would do for him to do this. It says when daddy's trying to sleep, but the love can't be contained.
Oh.
He's smiling.
Oh my God. He's looking at him.
He's like, please, please love me. Do you see me? I'm here, Dad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh my god, we don't deserve dogs.
Oh.
Amazing.
I know. They're so cute.
Well, anyway, guys, if you made it to the end, that is all for today. I'm sure Lily's dying to rip that rug off, so we will be going. But we appreciate you very much. And as always, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you on Friday. Bye.
Cheers to you, rug lady.